What is up, fellow nerds, and welcome back to the Dapper Snapper Gaming channel, and welcome back to some Pokemon. Now, I know last week we didn't have any Pokemon stuff, but you know what? We're back. We made a thank you video for 150 subscribers, so thank you again for helping us reach that goal before my birthday, which still hasn't happened yet. It is this week though, so thank you for all those early happy birthday wishes. And we have been streaming. We did some Hitman, and then yesterday and Friday we did some Mario 64, which is absolutely awesome. We've been playing the new 3D All-Stars, and it is a ton of fun, so make sure that you are subscribed so you don't miss any of those Sunday streams. We'll be streaming some more Mario this Sunday night at 6. But for today, we have more MemeGC. We are back, we're refreshed, we're ready to play some more Pokemon, and we have got some memes for you. So this team right here was built by a Japanese player that I am not even going to attempt to pronounce this person's name, but it is a Dedenne team. And so basically the whole gist of this is Dedenne and Klingklang have plus and minus, which boosts their special attack by 50% if the partner has the opposite one. So that's what's pretty cool here. And Dedenne is kind of a weird mon that you don't really see very much, but it's got 101 speed, which isn't too bad, and it just does some pretty cool stuff. So it's not gonna come every single game. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you that because it's kind of a niche kind of thing, but we're gonna try to bring it to at least one battle, maybe two today. We also have a weakness policy Mudsdale. Now this is not the normal ability that it has of stamina. This is inner focus, so it cannot actually be intimidated, and it has weakness policy, and we have Abomasnow, which is another weird thing to bring, right? All of this stuff is weird. We have Scarf on the Urshifu, which is normally Sash, and then we've got Assault Vest, kind of bulky Arcanine. It's pretty cool, but Abomasnow is definitely very weird to see, but it has Ice Shard to activate that weakness policy as well. So a lot of really cool stuff going on this team. It's a very interesting team to play, and of course the Pokepaste will be down below, and the team code will be at the end of the video, just like always. And of course, make sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe if you are new. Our new goal is 200 by the end of the year, so make sure to tell your friends that we just got to 150 and help us to reach that next goal. So I'll see you in the first battle. All right, first match of the day, and we have some interesting stuff. We've got a Stoutland, which is awesome to see, which is something we have featured on the channel before. If you missed that episode, that will be up in the iCard above. But let's see, so we've got a Mudsdale in common. Rotom is definitely interesting to see. So how does Dedenne look here? That's the question. Dedenne actually looks really nice outside of Mudsdale, right? So what do we have on this Dedenne? I don't think we have really anything to deal with that. Yeah, we don't. So we do have to be really, really careful with the Mudsdale. And also the Marowak most likely has Lightning Rod. So I don't think we're gonna bring Dedenne this round, actually. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna bring it. I think we need to bring other things. The Urshifu does not look bad here. Abomasnow doesn't look half bad either. We just have to be careful about Marowak. So I think we're gonna bring Klingklang though. This can allow us to set up the Trick Room, which will be good. We just need to make sure that we're careful about the Marowak and that sort of thing. So let's bring that as well as Urshifu, and then we'll bring Mudsdale. And do we want Arcanine or do we want Abomasnow in the back? I kind of feel like Abomasnow is actually better here, which is such a weird thing to say, but I think that's what we want to bring. So yeah, let's just see what happens. My opponent has a very interesting team as well. It's definitely not as standard as what I'm used to seeing, but it's fine. It's good. It's gonna be awesome. So yeah, I'm super pumped to be back playing Pokemon. I did take a week off of it, playing some other games in my own time, and I've been having a really good time doing that. So I'm excited to be back, as we could have totally led Dedenne on this, but this lead isn't awful, but it's not great. So he does see our air balloon, which is just fine, and we are Scarf on the Urshifu, which is pretty interesting. We do have Poison Jab that could hit the what's it called, Grimmsnarl, but I really don't think that I want to stay in here. I kind of am feeling a switch out into the Abomasnow, so I'm thinking Trick Room and swap into Abomasnow here. I don't think that I want to stay in and get paralyzed or something from the Grimmsnarl. It's most likely just screens, but I don't want to take that chance. So we're gonna go ahead and make that switch. Go ahead and set up the hail, which is awesome. That just seeing an Abomasnow is just so weird. We do see the Dynamax from the Primarina, which makes a lot of sense. But we'll just have to see what we can do here. I don't think we're gonna end up maxing the Abomasnow. That just seems odd. You know, maybe, but it seems kind of odd. My opponent would have had to bring like Rotom in the back and then something else for that to end up being useful. So yeah, it goes ahead and sets up the Reflect. That makes sense. And then we're gonna get a Geyser, and that might be into Klingklang. It was. So we should live that. We do. We could have actually stayed in and gotten some big damage off, but I guess they expected Protect, maybe. But we get the Trick Room off here, so that's actually super nice. That's great for us. We do get the Reflect. They do get the Reflect up, which isn't the greatest, I'll be honest with you. But I think I want to go ahead and Gear Grind this Grimmsnarl because I don't want it going crazy on me. I really don't think that going for a Dynamax on this thing really gives us any kind of value. Let's see, if we were into a Primarina, let's say it's no bulk at all. Overgrowth does 50%, which is not great. So we're just gonna get some chip. Yeah, we'll just go for some chip here, and that's not that big of a deal. Yeah, Light Screen does go up, which makes some sense. Makes a lot of sense to me. That's what Grimmsnarl does. We see the Starfall actually being slower than our Klingklang, which is kind of interesting. Goes ahead and sets up the Misty Terrain. All right. This is awfully slow. Primarina has to be awfully slow to be underspeeding our Abomasnow. They are the same speed though. I'm pretty sure both of them are 60. Oh, high weakness policy, that's good. So we may actually be speed tying for lower speed, or does this Abomasnow have speed on it? It might. Yeah, it actually does have some speed on it, so that would be why. And we find out that that is a 2-hit KO on that Grimmsnarl. So yeah, we're finding that the Primarina normally carry just a little bit of speed on them, but this one doesn't, which is definitely very interesting. So I'm gonna click Protect here on Abomasnow, and we're gonna click Gear Grind on the Grimmsnarl. So we'll see what my opponent does here. We see the Spirit Break into the Protect. All right, so do we see the max move into Klingklang? If so, that's kind of unfortunate. Yep, we do. All right, so my opponent making the correct play there. But this is going to be the end of their max, and we do still have all of our max to go. So I believe we're going to go into our Mudsdale now, though. And this should be... It's not over yet. It's not over. It's not over. Mudsdale is definitely going to outspeed both of these Mons in Trick Room. We can't be paralyzed by any weird shenanigans like that. So I'm going to go ahead and max Steel Spike into the Primarina slot. And I'm going to also Energy Ball. Just that way, you know, we cover our bases there, and we'll hopefully get some big damage off on this Primarina. So I'm hoping for a reverse sweep here. It is unfortunate how the game started. Probably could have played that a little bit better, but honestly, the Dedenne lead would have completely shut this lead down. So, you know, if I'd stuck with my guns, it would have been fine, but I'm also kind of scared of the two big problem Pokemon for this being in the back, as that does nothing. Yeah, this is a very bulky Primarina for sure, which is unfortunate. Definitely very unfortunate. Alright, so Spirit Break coming through. Gonna knock out the Abomasnow, that makes sense. And I'm assuming we see Hydro Cannon, is that what we see? Hydro Pump, so it's gonna miss. Actually, that's kind of big. That's kind of big. All right, so we are scarfed on this, though, so we're gonna be the slowest on the field, so this is definitely not a great situation for us to be in. So how many turns of Trick Room do we have left? 1. I honestly don't think that we are going to survive this. I'm trying to think how we can survive this turn. I have to go for Max Quake on the Primarina to knock it out, right? To avoid a Moonblast going into it. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna have to do. And then we're gonna have to scarf ourselves into something. I guess we'll go for Surging Strikes on this just because it's raining, so that's also pretty good. But Max Quake will help to boost our special defense, which is something we're definitely gonna need on both of these mons. That should be enough to knock out. It is, so that is good. So if we can survive this turn, survive the Spirit Break, then, which we're at +1 defense and special defense, which is good. If we can survive this, oh, actually goes for the Mudsdale. That's okay. That's perfect, actually. That is exactly what we want to see. So we can actually pull this around. So Surging Strikes is going to go into this, and I don't think you live this. Nope, you sure don't. All right, so we're able to take the double knockout this turn. So that's pretty good. So we're gonna have to see what's in the back, and Trick Room is going to be reversed. So not as great for Mudsdale, but it is going to allow the Urshifu to come through and be the fastest thing on the field. So Rotom is gonna be the worst thing to see. We see Stoutland, which isn't too bad, and Marowak. Okay. That means we can do this, actually. And Inner Focus meaning that our attack actually cannot be lowered. So that's actually totally fine here. So what do we want to do here? I definitely do not want to Rock Fall in case this thing is Sand Rush. So that's a thing that I don't want to do. Quake is also good for at least for knocking out Marowak, but I think Steel Spike is better because we're going to want the defense boost, right? And yeah, Surging Strikes is just better going into the Marowak. And so yeah, I want the defense. All right, so that goes for Protect. Makes a lot of sense. That was obvious. But I mean, Baby Doll Eyes. Okay, all right. I see you with the tech. Also, you can't Protect because, you know, Urshifu. So this should still knock out. Yeah. So I don't think that it's gonna be enough to save you on this. So that is perfect. All right. So yeah, it does lower our attack. Baby Doll Eyes on a Stoutland. That's so cool. When we ran ours, we ran After You, which was also a really awesome tech. So we're gonna get the Steel Spike off, go ahead and boost our defense up. So I don't think, you know, it doesn't do that much damage, but that's fine. You know, it is lowering our attack a little bit, but now our defense is at +2. These things are usually physical. I don't really feel like this thing can lower our attack enough to counteract the offense that we can put out. You know, you can't Protect because of just, you know, this thing being what it is. We'll go for High Horsepower, that's maximum damage, and Surging Strikes, of course, we ignore Protect, so I don't think there's really anything that this can do. Battle was canceled, makes sense. All right, cool. First game, we didn't bring Dedenne, even though it would have been pretty cool. I mean, thinking back on it, right, if we had brought Dedenne, all my opponent had to do was switch Grimmsnarl out into the Marowak, and that would have just eaten the Max Lightning, and there wasn't really anything else that I could have done to check the Primarina at the time, so that's why I went with the lead that I did, because otherwise I would have really gotten in trouble with that Marowak. It would have been a lot bigger of an issue, but it worked out. It was a rough beginning, but we pulled through. So let's go ahead and get another one. All right, match number 2, and we've actually come up against somebody named Klingklang. That's hilarious that we would come up against somebody named Klingklang while we have a Klingklang team. Pretty cool. So let's take a look at this team as we've got some threats. I'll go ahead and tell you right now, this is a threatening looking team, but Dedenne doesn't look too bad here, honestly, because the fairy and electric coverage is honestly really good. We don't have any like immunities to either of those types. I mean, we hit everything for at least neutral, so I'm gonna lead the normal lead on this one. That looks really good to me. As far as in the back, Urshifu is really tempting, honestly. It seems really nice here. So I'm gonna bring that, and then I think Arcanine comes in the back. I think we leave Mudsdale, Abomasnow here. I think Abomasnow just kind of loses to too much, and without any we're not going to run a Trick Room mode on this one, so I don't think there's enough of an advantage to bringing the Mudsdale in this one. So I think we're going to run pure offense in this one, and we're going to hope that Dedenne can put in the work. But of course, we're facing somebody named Klingklang. Let's go. That's amazing. And of course, they have the gears in the background. That's so funny. Fantastic. All right, and the yellow hair. Look at all of look at this. This person is in character. And this is actually not a bad lead. This is not a bad lead at all. So I think turn one, Max Lightning into the Charizard. I don't see why we don't do that. Do we want to ally switch is the question. Because I'm assuming we're gonna see a fire move, and that would put it going into Dedenne, which isn't gonna take nearly as much damage. I don't hate that. Or we could just protect. Let's protect here. Ally Switch preserves our balloon, but I don't think the balloon is as necessary here. At least not in my opinion. I don't think the balloon is as necessary. So I think we're all right here. And look at the big boy. Look at him go. Get it. Let's go. It's so nice bringing stuff like this, and just in Series 6, stuff like this can be viable, and that's why I'm loving Series 6 right now. It's super cool. It's great that we can't be like paralyzed by an incoming like Thunder Wave from the Meowstic. We could have a light screen, which could be an issue. It definitely could be an issue, but I mean, it's fine. So Protect comes out. I'm assuming Meowstic will move next. T-Wave, you can't do that you can't do that. All right, so we're gonna Max Lightning here because we're faster than Charizard. Can we one-shot this thing? Let's go, let's go. Wasting the Dynamax, turn one. Dedenne, you are a monster. This, you can't underestimate this thing's power. It's fantastic. So this thing's Life Orb, right? And it has the plus ability while the Klingklang has minus. So basically it has Life Orb, but also the boost of a Choice Specs at the same time. It's kind of nuts. It's insane. All right, so all of that is gone now. And now we Starfall into the Dracozolt. And what do we want to do here? I'm gonna Ally Switch. Yeah, so I mean, if you want to, I don't know what you really would want to go for here, but I'm gonna Ally Switch, and we'll just see what happens. We'll see what happens. T-Wave, you can't do that. High horsepower because he has the balloon. Let's go. Ally Switch preserves our balloon, but I don't think the balloon is as necessary here. He tried to go into Dedenne, but we have the balloon on Klingklang, and Dracozolt's gone too. Dedenne putting in the work. Let's get it. This is how I wanted to return to Pokemon. This is exactly just 2 games in a row where we have just the little squirrel going, I guess he's not a squirrel, I guess he's a mouse, but same difference, it's fine. Where he's just going nuts. And that's why I love Series 6, is because stuff like this can come in and do work. It was rough, the last one, and this is the Water Urshifu. Oh no. Yeah, we're Ally Switching again. Yeah, we're gonna Max Lightning because we want to get the terrain back up. And that was canceled. Yeah, that was about to just be a 4-0 sweep. That was about to be a 4-0 sweep just with Dedenne. Oh man, that's hilarious. I'm so sorry that I had to do that to you, Klingklang. But it was hilarious. That is so funny. Oh man, this thing's great. How much special attack does Dedenne have? 81, which is quite low. I mean, let's be real, it's quite low. But it has 101 speed, which is pretty nice. But with Life Orb and Choice Specs, basically, with the plus and minus ability, it's ridiculous. I kind of want to know what that calc was actually on Charizard. Before we move on, I want to know what the calc is on a no bulk Dynamax Charizard with plus active, 125 minimum. That's actually insane. No bulk, yeah. Well, four special defense, but it doesn't really matter. It's 125% minimum. That's actually insane, and I will totally take it. That's hilarious. So let's go ahead and get one last match for the day. All right, can we get 3 in a row here? And we've got a really cool team here. So we've got a rain mode with the Politoed and the Kingdra. We've got the Scizor. We've got Galarian Darmanitan, which is definitely a big threat. But what I don't see, I mean, the thing about Dedenne, I'm wondering how much do you do to an Amoonguss? Because that seems to be our biggest problem, right? How much can I do to this? The answer is 38 to 45 with max lightning, which is kind of rough, but I think it's just what we've got. So I think that this is a decent lead though against the rest of the team. I think we have to bring Abomasnow in the back. I think we have to bring Arcanine. Is it worth leaving Urshifu and Mudsdale on the bench though? Mudsdale gives us very little value in this game, actually, like basically 0. Urshifu has a little bit of value, but I think overall this is probably our best spread here. Yeah, let's go ahead and lock that in. If we don't see the rain mode on the opponent's team, I think we switch out and try to get the Abomasnow in. Abomasnow also gives us the ability to get rid of the rain if we see the rain mode, so that's also a thing. Rain teams are interesting, right? Because normally rain teams will also carry an electric immunity, and so that makes it really difficult for Dedenne to actually shine. We just see Kingdra Politoed, actually. Okay. So if Dedenne is maxed and we get a Kingdra, Starfall kills. Starfall actually just straight kills. Wait, but it has to be with plus. If we don't have plus, we don't kill. That's the hard part, because otherwise it's faster, right? Okay. I'm gonna go for Starfall here on the Kingdra. And we're gonna protect this turn. This is a tough one. If Starfall just did a little bit more, because right now, if we are facing a no bulk Kingdra, which is what most of them are, Starfall does 109 to 129 with the plus boost. Without the plus boost, it is not a knockout. So we don't really get a ton. Well, I mean, we get a 2-turn knockout, I guess. Actually, we don't see a max here. So Kingdra's gonna go down this turn. Now, did it go into the Klingklang though? Did you Hydro Pump into Klingklang? Muddy water, okay. That's gonna hurt though. That's gonna hurt. Ow, that did a lot. All right, but you're gone. Okay, so Kingdra's gone. It's Sash, okay. Okay, all right. So knowing that it's Sash though, that's not the worst thing though. That's not the worst thing in the world, actually. Because what we can do this turn is we can go for the max lightning on it to set the terrain, and we can switch out into the Abomasnow. So this is going to make it slower than our Dedenne, and then we're going to be able to knock it out with the max lightning. So this actually is fine. We can deal with this. And this is why dynamic speed changing is so important in this new meta. It's so important. So us changing this right here allows Dedenne to outspeed. See, there we go. Now we go faster and we knock out this Kingdra before it gets to get any kind of hits off. So, and there's no longer a rain boost. There's no longer any of that. So that's how you get around a Kingdra. I'm totally okay with it. It not maxing there was weird, but the helping hand definitely is a good tech. We see the Scald into the Abomasnow, actually. That's not going to do all that much. So that's actually totally fine. Hail damage is not great, I'll be honest with you, but it's okay. It's okay. I'll deal with it. We got rid of the Kingdra, which is a huge threat. But it did not Dynamax. So that is something we have to keep in mind. And that Scizor is going to be an issue. The Scizor is going to be a big issue. So what we could do here, so it's definitely going to be going for a Bullet Punch here. The question is on what? We do have Arcanine in the back. So I want to prioritize getting rid of the Politoed here. So let's go ahead and, do we want to max guard? Do we think that he's going to go for this? I think so. I'm going to max guard here and Energy Ball into the Politoed. Leave the Scizor alone here. Do we see a max on Scizor? We do. Okay. Okay. All right. So do we see, the question is, who does he Steel Spike into? Because we're definitely seeing a Steel Spike here. Yeah, Dynamax Scizor is kind of interesting. It's kind of hype. I'm about it. I'm about it. But let's see what happens here. We're going to max guard on Dedenne. And I'm really hoping that he attacked into that. Politoed protected. That's not what we wanted to see. And Energy Ball is going to go straight into that protect. And where's the Steel Spike go? Flutterby into the Abomasnow. That's unfortunate. Okay. That's unfortunate. But we're not gone yet. We're not gone yet. All right, so we know that it's Life Orb Scizor. That is good to know. Let's see. Life Orb Scizor, most likely Swords Dance. And if we have our Arcanine set here, Burn Up just kills. Yeah, Burn Up just straight kills. So this actually might still be just a fantastic turn. We're gonna get the Intimidate off, which is always a good thing. But Burn Up with this set, if I'm looking at this right, yeah, as long as, and this is with like assuming quite a bit of HP investment as well. But we're gonna click Rising Voltage on the Politoed, or is Volt Switch better? Do we need to go back out in Klingklang? I don't think we do. Or would it be better for, as far as defensively, for whatever's in the back? Actually, let's Volt Switch. We can always come back in. I don't want to miss out on the KO. I'm going to Rising Voltage into the Politoed, and we're going to definitely burn up into the Scizor. So yeah, this is Arcanine is definitely putting on immense pressure here, and it's weird to say that Dedenne is putting on immense pressure here. And there's the Amoonguss. Okay, all right. And we see Max Guard, all right. So that's a good turn for my opponent. The Volt Switch would have definitely been better there. That's a respectable amount of damage. That's a respectable amount of damage. We've still got one more turn. But the Burn Up goes into the Scizor. So now Scizor knows, you know, you're kind of in trouble here. So, yeah, and they are definitely slower than us. So, the question is, what do we want to knock out here? The Scizor's at -1, and we know that Politoed is what is in the back. That is what we know, which Klingklang can't really do anything offensively. That's kind of the issue here. So I think I'm going to Volt Switch into Amoonguss just to get a little bit of damage off, but we need to get rid of the Scizor. The Heat Wave is not going to do enough. Heat Wave is not a KO, unfortunately. I wish that it was, but it only does 67 to 79. That is out of range. Switches back out into the Politoed? Wait a minute. Okay, so now sets the rain back up. So now Burn Up's not a KO. Alright. That's a good play. Yeah, so now that's not enough to knock out. Okay, alright. I see you. And we just knock it in berry range. Of course we do. Burn Up still does so much damage though. But we're no longer a fire type. Oh, so that means the Steel Spike's gonna actually do more than it would have before because we're because we're not a fire type, which is kind of funny. Okay. Life Orb does a little bit. We go into Klingklang here. I think we have to ally switch just to draw in attacks here. Although now the opponent can go for Bullet Punch, which is also scary. But we're gonna click ally switch here. And we're gonna click Heat Wave. That covers an Amoonguss switch in. That covers whatever my opponent wants to do. A burn would be great on either Politoed or Amoonguss, whichever wants to do its thing. So ally switch, put some pressure on making predictions here. Bullet Punch into Klingklang, exactly what we wanted there. And we should be faster than both of them now. This should be a knockout on Scizor. Unless we miss the Scizor, are you kidding me? That was a free knockout. That was free. And of course we get burned because we're not a fire type. Okay, well that's really unfortunate. That's an unfortunate turn of events right there. Yeah, rain teams, for some reason I'm struggling with rain teams. I'm not really sure why. This time I'm not gonna gear grind, just, you know, for the predictions. See if my opponent over predicts here. Scizor actually protects. All right, yep, we did not ally switch that time. Boop. And pop. All right, well, Dapper Snapper luck is definitely coming out in this match for absolutely sure. Yeah, definitely could have played this match a lot better. I'm trying to think what I could have done better. Scizor just gives us a lot of issues, actually. And Scizor in rain specifically gives us a lot of issues. So yeah, this Klingklang is not gonna be able to do anything. So we're gonna go ahead and run, and it's fine. It's okay. We're gonna take our loss on that one. But yeah, so Scizor, Dynamax Scizor, I haven't seen that very much. That's definitely an interesting bring, but the rain mode not maxing the Kingdra was kind of a crazy play to go for the first turn, especially with those mons standing in front of it. If I had known that it wasn't going to Dynamax, the better play would have been to switch out into Abomasnow turn 1, and then go into and then go for the Starfall into the Kingdra. Then Hail would have knocked it out turn 1. We wouldn't have had to waste any of those other resources, and I would have been set up to go turn 2. That would have also given us more Dynamax turns. So, you know, that was kind of unfortunate. And then Scizor comes in, and Scizor just kind of dealt with us. That combination of 4 was just a rough one to take care of, but it's okay. It's okay. I'll take that loss. I'm okay with it. I think it was a great episode. So if you guys thought so too, make sure to leave a like on the video and make sure to subscribe if you are new. It really helps me out. We are trying to get to 200 by the end of the year. So go ahead and click that button. It's free and it really helps me out. So make sure to stick around for Wednesday. Wednesday, we will have another Wi-Fi battle. We have a really cool team for you. And then Friday, we'll see. Friday's always our variety day, so we'll just see what comes out that day. So be safe out there. Have a great week. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.